This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Flash flood warning now in effect for northeastern and the southern parishes. The Meteorological Service has extended the flash flood warning for low-lying and flood-prone areas of St. Mary, Portland, St. Thomas, Kingston and St. Andrew, St. Catherine and Clarendon, and has upgraded the flash flood watch to a flash flood warning for low-lying and flood-prone areas of Manchester, St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland, effective until 5 a.m. on Tuesday. Tropical Storm Ian has now been upgraded to Hurricane Ian and is currently located near 18.2 degrees north and 82 degrees west, or 391 kilometers west-southwest of Negril Point, Jamaica. Ian is expected to move north-northwest across the northwestern Caribbean today. Its outer bands have been producing adverse weather conditions across Jamaica since Saturday. Observational data indicates that the outer bands of Ian have been producing moderate to heavy showers since yesterday, and the light to moderate rainfall and thunderstorms over the last few hours, mainly across northeastern and southern parishes. The forecast is for periods of moderate to heavy rainfall and thunderstorms to continue across southern and northeastern parishes today through to early Tuesday. Periods of showers and thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon, are expected for the remainder of the island during this time. Additionally, due to the extended period of rainfall and high ground saturation, landslides are likely. Schools can reopen where conditions allow, says MOE. The Ministry of Education says schools can reopen for face-to-face classes on Monday where conditions are safe. The ministry says this is based on the situational update from the Office of the Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management and the Meteorological Service Division. Jamaica has seen increased rainfall due to Tropical Storm Ian. The Education Ministry says that based on reports from the 7 regions, boards and the principals are being advised to exercise caution in determining the operations of schools for Monday, September 26. In particular, the report from Region 2, which covers St. Thomas, St. Mary, and Portland, indicates that based on the adverse weather conditions, which disrupted electricity, worsened road conditions, and caused flooding in some areas, students should remain at home and work remotely as previously advised. The reports from Region 5, which encompasses St. Elizabeth and Manchester, do not indicate significant cause for concern, noted the Education Ministry. However, boards and principals are advised to make use of remote learning and only use face-to-face where conditions allow. School administrators are also being implored to use their communication channels to communicate with all parents, students, and staff to advise of the operations of schools based on their local situation. All staff and parents should exercise their best judgment, paying special attention to self-care and safety in all circumstances. Cops probe if Clarendon bloggers are slain linked to Portland Cottage double murder. The Clarendon police are investigating whether the murder of popular Clarendon blogger Leon Lee Gates McNeil, who was killed in the parish, is linked to a double murder in the neighboring Portland Cottage community hours earlier on Saturday. A man who was also shot and injured alongside McNeil is reportedly from the Portland Cottage community. The police are also scouting for clues in McNeil's alleged involvement in lottery scamming and drug-related activities. They say he had a checkered past, having been convicted on drug charges in 2016. Hayes has been described by the police as a hotspot on their radar and is reputedly a safe haven for criminals who thrive on the drugs for guns trade and other illicit activities. McNeil, 36, founder of Lee Gates TV and Entertainment, had expressed grave concerns about Jamaica's homicide rate in a live Facebook video and referenced the Portland Cottage double murder 5 hours before his death. In the live video, McNeil had informed his viewers that he was on his way to the scene of the murders and also showed video footage of a car with the bodies of the victims still inside. After giving alleged reports on the incident, the blogger added that he would be getting further information for his viewers and the subscribers. In the first incident, 39-year-old Derek Matthews, otherwise called the Red Fox, a taxi operator of Wildman Town in Portland Cottage, and the 47-year-old Michael Newland of Lioneltown, also in the parish, were gunned down. Reports from the Lioneltown police say that about 4:10 p.m., Matthews was transporting Newland and other residents when he pulled over to let a passenger off along the Portland Cottage main road. It is alleged that the same passenger then brandished a firearm and opened gunfire at the vehicle before fleeing the scene. Matthews and Newland, who had sustained multiple gunshot wounds, were pronounced dead at hospital. McNeil was later gunned down at a party in Hayes, an event which he had announced he would be attending during his live stream. Reports from the Hayes police are that about 8:55 p.m., McNeil was approached by a group of men who opened the fire at him. The police were alerted and found McNeil and another patron suffering with gunshot wounds. McNeil succumbed to his injuries at hospital, while the other man was admitted in critical condition. Why so much murders? Why so much shootings? Why so much crime? Me have to ask the question, said McNeil in the first minute of the approximately 21-minute-long video posted to his Facebook page, Legates TV. The video began streaming sometime after 4:30 p.m. when McNeil aired his growls over the double murder, which occurred at 4:10 p.m. according to the police. McNeil had also described the spate of crime in the country as heartbreaking, adding, "We need God. Me I wonder if nobody no fear God again." The blogger then implored his viewers to be careful and remain vigilant. "People me ask no please, just be careful out there, because a whole heap of things are going and a whole heap of people involved in some little things where you have to just careful when you're there around certain people," he said. Scores of tributes flowed on social media since his tragic demise. McNeil, also the founder of the charity-based Legates Foundation, has been lauded as a philanthropist and humanitarian. He is also the face of town crier services in Clarendon. He became a well-known blogger after his coverage of the murders of a mother and her 4 children in Cocopies, Clarendon in June. He also made strides through his coverage of the Donnelly Donaldson murder case. Cian Barneswell, counsel for the Hayes Division, has described McNeil's death as untimely. "It is unfortunate that the law-abiding citizens can't go out and have a social, to mingle, to have a get-together because of the spate of shootings taking place within our community space," said Barneswell. "It's really sad, and this crime monster is a leech itself on the people. You can't go to a game of football anymore. You can't go to a party. You can't sit and hang on your corners or at your gate. You can't walk on the street in peace because the element of crime is everywhere," said Barneswell. Noting that Saturday night's incident had left the residents traumatized, the council made an appeal to anyone with information to share it with investigators. "We cannot keep silent because it can be you, it can be your family member next time around, so let us join hands and have all hands on deck as we tackle this crime monster and put it to rest once and for all," said Barneswell. Up to September 17, a total of 67 people had been killed in Clarendon. The figure shows a 17% reduction in homicides when compared to 76 murders for the corresponding period in 2021. Mob kills man in 11 miles. A man was allegedly beaten to death by community members in Ball Ground 11 miles on Saturday night. Dead is 22-year-old Hanif Edwards. Deputy Superintendent O'Neill Thompson of the St. Thomas Police Division told the news that lawmen were called to the scene shortly before 11 p.m. and Edwards was found with bruises and swelling to his body. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Thompson said Edwards was not known to the police and that investigations are continuing into the motive for his death. However, though community members remained tight-lipped about the killing, one resident told the news that Edwards had been implicated in a robbery in the 9 Miles community and was killed as a result. "If the people in the community getting robbed and they find him guilty, who you expect gonna kill him? Not the people them will live in the community?" the resident said. St. Thomas has recorded 34 murders since the start of the year, compared to 18 for the corresponding period in 2021. Robberies have increased by 33% to 12, compared with 9 for the corresponding period in 2021. St. Anne-based peer educator accused of molesting student arrested and charged. The news understands that a St. Anne-based peer educator has been arrested and charged on allegations that he sexually molested a minor he met online. It's alleged that the suspect met a 13-year-old boy on a dating website in 2019 and developed a relationship with him. The abuse of the minor reportedly took place over the last 3 years. The accused was arrested last week after a report was filed with the St. Anne's Bay Police. The peer educator has been charged with 4 counts of buggery, 4 counts of grievous sexual assault, 2 counts of indecent assault, and several counts of sexual grooming of a child. He is expected to appear in court this week. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.